It's When Fists Fly with Big Nige, and welcome to our latest Boxing Weekly Roundup. Boxing fans, I do apologise, I haven't been in front of your screens for the last 2 weeks. Your boy turned 30, another year older, another year wiser, we give thanks. But boxing. It's been a mad week of boxing, I'll be honest with you. I've been trying to keep up to date because obviously it's been a bit mad. But I'm going to start with Josh Taylor. He stopped Apinam Khongsong in 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Yes, it was that quick. Round one done. I'm thinking to myself, yes, Josh Taylor. I haven't seen him since he beat Regis Prograis. Got a new trainer. Let's see what he's saying. Didn't see nothing still. Didn't learn anything new. But that devastating body shot, he's still got that in his locker. Khongsong, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know much about him. He was a bit of an unknown entity. Just from face value, looking at him, he's tall, he's very rangy, very big as well. Fights on the back foot, and he's a big puncher from what I've seen on YouTube videos. Light work for Josh Taylor. Like I said, I didn't even see the body shot in the first shot or the second. I had to see it in the replay. And when I saw it, just reminded me, Josh Taylor is different class, man. In the interview, he's basically saying he wants Jose Ramirez. He says he'll whoop his ass. Those are his exact words. For those who don't know, Jose Ramirez is the WBO and WBC super lightweight champion. The two kingpins of the division have to cross paths eventually. But there's only a slight issue. Ramirez has to defend his mandatory to Jack Catterall. It's mad to me because I've been seeing a lot of people on social media saying, especially boxing pundits, and I'm even going to say his name, Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton has basically said Catterall will beat Ramirez and he wants to see Catterall v Taylor for all the belts in the super lightweight division. And I'm thinking, I can't go against Frampton. I rate him too highly. But everyone's got their own opinion. And unfortunately, I don't see what he sees. Obviously, he's a boxer and he might see something different. But I've seen Jack Catterall fight O'Hara Davis. And I've seen Josh Taylor fight O'Hara Davis. Catterall just about beat him, which was on points. It wasn't convincing. It was tight. And Taylor whooped his ass. So there's levels to this game. I do believe Taylor beats Ramirez and Catterall. Whatever order comes first, it doesn't matter. But I think it would be more of a challenge for him to fight Ramirez. That's just my own opinion. But I understand the UK fans want to see a British dust up, which is understandable, unification fight. But let's be honest, it'll be a tougher contest for Ramirez. It'll be a tougher contest for Taylor to fight Ramirez. Question for you boxing fans. Would you put Josh Taylor in your top 10 pound for pound list now? Or would you put him in there if he becomes undisputed super lightweight champion of the world? Let me know your thoughts, boxing fans, because I definitely would. Jermell Charlo is now the unified light middleweight champion of the world. He stopped Hyson Rosario in 8 rounds. First and foremost, Charlo, because when you lost to Tony Harrison, I was like, do you know what? He might be done out here. But you took the defeat, had to take the L with the L. You've come back, you beat Tony Harrison, and now you are the kingpin in 154, and nobody can chat shit. It's straight. You are the main man, and you deserve it. I won't say it's a convincing victory, but it was a dominant display. He dropped him 3 times. He showcased not just power, but punch combinations, and he can box. And I'll be the first one to admit, both him and his brother, I just thought they remind me of a smaller version of Deontay Wilder, where it's just absolute brute force, big punches, and will get you out. But you done your thing, you beat him, and now you're the main man, and you deserve it. Credit to your trainer. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Derek something. Correct me if I'm wrong. But your trainer now has 2 unified champions in his camp, in his stable, I should say, in Errol Spence and himself. So credit to you, credit to your trainer. My only question is, where do you go next? Do you defend your titles? Do you go for the last belt to become undisputed? I would like to see him against Erislandy Lara or Jared Hurd. I mean, even though Jared Hurd lost to I've forgotten. I'll be honest with you. It's come out of my head. But Jared Hurd has lost, and obviously Erislandy Lara has lost. But they're two both world smooth operators, and I'd like to see you up against them, or move up in weight. Go join your brother in the middleweight. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts. Would you like to see Jermell Charlo defend his titles and claim that last WBC? Sorry, that last WB. I think it's It's the WBO. Yeah, it's WBO. Sorry, I had to check my notes there. You know the ones there. Would you like to see him claim the last belt and become undisputed, or would you like to see him in a tough contest and then move up in weight? Let me know your thoughts, boxing fans. His brother Jamal Charlo was also in action that night. He was also in a joint headline. Best believe this was their first pay-per-view fight, which is mad to me because I've known about the Charlos now for some time and they've been champions for a while, but it just shows that boxing, even though you can be champion, don't necessarily mean you're worthy of getting a pay-per-view and you can put bums on seats and make money that way. It's a difficult game, man. But Jamal Charlo was in action against Sergei Derevyanchenko. Round of applause again because you beat him on unanimous decision. When this fight was first announced, I was like, this will be his acid test. He's come out victorious, and to me, it's his most significant victory in his career, especially in the middleweight division as well, because with such big names and him stepping up from light middleweight, people weren't too sure whether he could cut it. I think that victory now solidifies himself as one of the top contenders in the division. I would like to see him now fight against the big boys. I'm talking the Canelos, Triple Gs, Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade. That's the fight I want to see, in fact, because I know those two don't like each other and they've got beef. I don't know where it stems from. I think it might go back as far as amateur days, but those two despise each other. And that would be a great matchup because Andrade is WBO, Charlo is WBC. Let's get the unification, man. So big shout out to the Charlo brothers. Both headlined together and you both come out victorious and you go home with your belts. Also, there was the WBSS Cruiserweight final champion. It was a Cruiserweight WBSS final. Mairis Briedis was victorious over Dorticos. It was a convincing victory, in all honesty. Briedis is a I won't say smooth operator, but he operates well, man. Ring generalship, always moving, slipping, throwing shots from different angles. And I rate him because he's the only person to give Alexander Usyk a tough contest, a tough run for his money. And he deserves to be the number one. Dorticos, I'll be honest with you, other than his punch power, if he's not able to put that into effect, he's pretty much not useless, but he can be got. He doesn't move his head as much. And although he loves to take center of the ring, if you're able to move around him and slip and slide, you can get his number. Plus, he's getting older as well. And I don't know, man. I think he should call it a day, to be honest with you. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Briedis is number one now. Interesting to see whether he would defend his titles and try and become undisputed, even though he's lineal champion, he's Ring Magazine, he's Muhammad Ali, he's won the Muhammad Ali trophy as well. And this is funny enough, this is his third time, so he's a 3-time world champion. He's won, so he's no stranger to being champion. I want him to clean up and then call it a day, because again, the age is not on his side. He's 35 and there's some young guns coming through. So yeah, but WBSS, please, no more cruiserweights if you're doing a season 3, because them man, they were in season 1. You think I forgot? But give credit where it's due. They got the final done and the worthy champion was given. Okay, so there's been rumours. I woke up this morning and I saw that Manny Pacquiao could possibly be fighting Conor McGregor, yep, you heard it here, in the Middle East sometime next year. And it dawned on me, it made me think like, how? How has he managed to pull this off? If this fight happens, Conor McGregor would have fought two of the greatest fighters of our generation in Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He's not a professional boxer. I feel sorry for Amir Khan because he's been chasing them man for years, and still couldn't get neither of those fights. And you got someone like Conor McGregor coming from UFC to have two fights in the pro ranks against Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. But then it dawned on me, my brother said it, he was like, Conor McGregor is a money man. He brings in, it's all about the money. Pacquiao is coming towards the end of his career. He wants another big payout. And Conor McGregor, he's a brand, he's an entity. And wherever he goes, he brings attraction. So therefore, he is a money man. So then, as annoying as it may seem, I kind of see where Pacquiao's going with this. But one thing I will give to Pacquiao is he announced that his proceedings that he gets from that fight will be going to those affected by the coronavirus in the Philippines. And it just made me realise, man, that he's such a good guy, man. I've got massive respect for him. And he deserves all the good things that comes his way. This week it was announced that Derek Chisora and Alexander Usyk will finally be locking horns on October the 31st. Great news, first and foremost, because it's a fight I've been wanting to see for a while. I'll be honest with you, Usyk wins. There's no doubt about that. Smooth operator, silky, bring generalship, got the whole package. But this is the heavyweight division, and Chisora will make sure that he gives him hell. And I genuinely believe Chisora will be his toughest test to date. And it'll be a proper welcome into the heavyweight division, because whoever he fought, Witherspoon, Giza, or whatever, I don't rate that, innit? And if Usyk wants to mix it with the big boys, he's got to go through the gears. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away anything he's done in the cruiserweight division. He's done his thing in the cruiserweight division, but this is heavyweight now. And yes, your skill set can take you some sort of a certain level, but also size, you're up against big boys, against average heavyweight nowadays is what, 6'4", 6'5". That's what you're dealing with nowadays. So you got to come with some weight and some power to be able to coincide with your skill set. So it will be interesting to see how he breaks down Chisora. I know he's going to win, but it's just a matter of whether it's going to be a knockout or points decision, and how he fares up with the roughness. Because I'll be honest with you, Usyk, because he's so slick, he tends to get himself out of certain situations and makes it look easy. But Chisora will come for you, my bro. So I'm glad that fight has been announced. There's not been a venue announced just yet. I don't know where it could be, but once we get the news, then I'll let you guys know. White Povetkin has been announced. White Povetkin 2, I should say, because we all know what happened in the first one. That's been announced for November 21st. It's still a banana skin. But Dillian Whyte should win. Because I'll be honest with you, if he doesn't, it's long for man. Forget about the world title. Forget about all the hard work you've done. It's like snakes and ladders. You slip up, you slide straight back down. And I don't want to see that for Whyte. I do want to see him get his title shot. But Povetkin ain't going to give it to you on a plate. But we'll see. Will he have learned from his mistakes? Yeah. There's still talks about AJ Pulev. Should be December 12th. Hopefully we get to see that. But nothing's really coming of that, really. That's it for Boxing Weekly Roundup News with myself, Big Nige. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Existing subscribers, mad love always. Peace.